like it's like your reputation in the bank. In banks, based on your reputation, give you loans, or like they just reject.
For me, what credit is like you have to build up your credit to get a car, to get a house, to get like a house mortgage, or like whatever you want. But like you need to have good money, I guess, to like have that, like, you know.
Credit isn't really something I've learned, like, or that I've gone really into like specifics about. So like I know credit as like borrowing money, but that's really all I know about it.
Experience with credit was when my oldest sister, she came home with a credit card from Macy's. She was so excited, you know, oh, you know, I have a credit card, I'm gonna go to the store. She was buying a lot of things, and eventually that credit card, you know, they kept on giving her more and more money, and she kept on spending, so eventually it got to a really big sum of money, and she had trouble paying it off.
The first time I tried to apply for a credit card, I went into Target and I applied for the credit card. They told me they were gonna give me a percentage off my final purchase. So I was like, okay, who doesn't love 15% off? So I applied for the credit card, and within a month I was actually denied.
It would be in the house. Should start in the household with parents, but in my case, being an immigrant and my parents being here, you know, in a new country, they didn't know anything about credit. So obviously I didn't get taught like, you know, this is credit, these are credit cards, like be careful, or interest, or all those terms. I didn't know.
Of going over your credit limit or not being able to pay for those credit cards, because you might think it's just like free money, but it's really not. At the end of the day, it'll come back and haunt you if you don't pay for that. That in high school there should be a specific class that people should take, like filing your taxes, knowing what to put on the tax form, or being able to apply for a credit card, bringing in application forms, or just regular life skills that you can actually apply outside of high school and outside of college, because college does offer a lot of good classes that people can take to apply to their life, but they are not really mandatory, and it should be something that's mandatory to be able to live a life where you're not going to fail and make the wrong choices.
According to the Jumpstart Coalition, the average high school student score in financial literacy was 48%. 89% of African Americans and 83% of Latinos failed to score a passing grade on the financial literacy test, compared to 64% of white students. The problem is even more pressing for youth, minorities, and women. However, minority students fare far worse than their white counterparts. In addition, 38% of men, in contrast to 22% of women, correctly answered all 3 financial literacy questions in a 2014 survey. According to Council for Education, fewer than 20% of teachers feel competent to teach personal finance topics. 72% of parents experience at least some reluctance to talk to their children about financial matters.
Okay, so let's take a second from scrolling on Instagram or reading those BuzzFeed articles on Facebook and call your state senator. No, seriously, call your state senator. You can easily find their number if you look them up on Google. Once you've called them, introduce yourself and let them know you're a part of their district. Tell them you're calling to talk about AB 858, California Financial Literacy Initiative, introduced by Assemblymember Matt Dabineth, the 45th District. Explain the impact that this initiative will have in our community. And finally, close by saying, can we count on your vote for this bill when they come before you on the floor? It's that simple.